Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about problems leading to equations. Problems leading to equations. يعني كيف أنا نكتب equation. تمام، يعطيني problem كيف أنا نكتب equation بحيث إننا نشتغل ونحل البروبلم هذه. تمام. First, let's take a look at the first question. أنا قال لي the sum of three consecutive numbers is 219. What are the numbers? If they are consecutive, it means we're adding 1 and then we're adding 2 and then we're adding 3. This is the idea of consecutive. يعني الأول حيكون x, الثاني حيكون x plus 1 والثالث حيكون x plus 2. And then I'm going to add all of them and write equal to 219. And then I'm going to solve the equation. Now, solving equations, we talked about this and how to do it. We're not going to repeat the same ideas because they take time sometimes in solving. I just want to explain here how to write an equation and then you can solve it by your own. تمام. Here, they added x plus x plus x is going to be 3x. 1 plus 2 is going to be 3. بعدين عندي 3 شالها الجهة الأخرى تقعد minus 3 تقعد 219 minus 3 تقعد 216 and then divided by 3 is going to be 72. معناها أول number حيكون 72 وبعدين ثاني number حيكون 72 plus 1 اللي هو 73 بعدين الثالث 72 plus 2 اللي هي 74 and this is for the first example. تمام. Second example هنا قال لي find the value of x and the perimeter of the isosceles triangle. طبعا هذا isosceles triangle. شو معنى isosceles? It means that it has two sides which are the same. Two sides which are the same. يعني السايد هذا equals the side هذا. يعني these two sides are the same. It means that this one equals to this one. تمام؟ معناها يكتبها as an equation أو يحط equal sign between them. يعني يكتب 4x plus 2 equals 7x minus 4. That's the idea of writing an equation from isosceles triangles. يبقى لما يجد عندي two lines which are the same نكتب equal بعدين نبدأ نحل في الايكويشن بنفس الستبس اللي عرفناهم. حنشيل الاكسس مع بعضن والنمبرز مع بعضن. At the end I'll get the value of x. بعدين ناخذها ونرد بها شنو كل وحدة وحدها. نرد بها هنا حتقعد 3 times 2. 3 times 2 حتقعد 6 وهنا نحط 2 مكان الاكس معناها تقعد 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. نفس الايديا 7 times 2 is 14 minus 4 is 10. معناها هذا 10 وهذا 10 وهذا حيقعد 6. 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 6 is 26 and the perimeter is 26. معناها ضروري نفهمه كيف انكتبت الايكويشن. هذه اهم حاجه وبعدين نعرف كيف طريقه حل الايكويشن. تمام. good. now نركزوا عليها النقطة بتاع الايسوسيلس triangle. It has two lines which are the same. These two lines are the same. That's why we wrote this equals this. And then we started solving following the same steps that we did before. Next. Here, question 1. The sum of two consecutive numbers is 477. What are the numbers? And let the first number be x. Same idea as we did before. The first consecutive number حيكون x. And you're covering here. So the first one is x. X. And then the second one will be x plus 1. And the third one will be x plus 2. So we have three consecutive numbers. As we said, consecutive, it means they are after each other. Yani you're adding 1 and then you're adding 2. This is the meaning of consecutive. Now, consecutive numbers here, they are, I'm sorry, they're 2, not 3. Sorry, here. If they are 3, I will add x plus 2. So they are two numbers, and then I'm going to add them. So I'm going to say x plus brackets x plus 1 and then equals 477. تمام. That's the first idea of writing the equation. بعد كتبت equation, now I'm going to add. حتكون عندي طبعا هذه البراكتس حيحولن عادي لان مفيش multiplying. I'll do adding. So x plus 1 equals 477. x plus x حتكون 2x plus 1 equals 477. Now I'm going to take the 1 to the other side. 1 هذه I'll take it to the other side. It's going to be minus 1. يعني نشيل الجهة الأخرى حتقعد minus 1 هنا. تمام. حتقعد minus 1. So 477 minus 1 like this لأني أنا حولتها من هنا. I'll remove it from here. So the end result will be 2x here equals 477 minus 1 is going to be 476. Okay. And then because the 2 is multiplied here لأنها مضروبة ضرب معناها I'll take it by division. I'll take it by division like this. تمام.
It equals 238.
238. Good. So x equals 238. When you divide 476 by 2, it's going to be 238. Now, 238 is what? Is the x اللي هو the first number. الرقم الأول. معناها the second number will be what?
239.
39. Good. معناها numbers will be 238 and 239. 239. You get the idea? That's the idea of question 1. We have 238 and 239. And if you want to check, when you add them together, you'll get 477. Now, let's move on to the next question. Same idea. As I said, we're just gonna put the equations. We don't have to solve these, but I'm gonna solve these only for you, the ones that has consecutive numbers and stuff like that. Huh? Now, find x and the size of each angle in this triangle. Tamam? Here we have a triangle. How do we find x? We have to use the idea that this triangle has 3 angles, and the sum of angles equal what? The sum of angles for a triangle?
180.
180. Good. 180. So I'm going to use this information to answer the question. How am I going to do this? I'm going to say that this angle here, let me use this angle plus this angle plus this angle equals 180. يعني نكتبهم جنب بعضهم نجمعهم والناتج يجي 180. So let me do this first. Sorry. I can't make it smaller. I can. Okay. So let me write it like this. 4x أول حاجة عندي هنكتب 4x هنا. تمام. And then 6x plus 20 plus 6x plus 20 like this. And then plus 80 minus 2x. So plus 80 minus 2x equals what? Equals 180 كما قلنا. Because all angles together equal 180. تمام? So I wrote it as an equation. Now I start solving this equation. And by solving, it means I'm going to add and subtract the like terms together. This, and this together. They are like terms because they have the same variables. So I'm going to say 4x plus 6x is going to be 10x. 10x minus 2x is going to be 8x. يبقى أول حاجة طلعت قيمة شنو الإكس أو طلعت قيمة أو numbers of x. يعني أنا عندي 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 minus 2 is 8 معناها 8x. Now I look at the numbers. النمبرز اللي عندي اللي هن like terms in which they are constants. هيكون عندي 20 وعندي 80. When you add them together they're going to be 100. معناها this one is 100, right? Or positive 100. Now I'm going to take the 100 to the other side by subtraction. So it's going to be what? It's going to be minus 100. So minus 100 here. يبقى متفقين. The first thing I did, I added these because they are the same. And then I took it to the other side by negative. So it's going to be 180 minus 100. 180 minus 100. Now we have the 8x from the x's. Now I'll put equals, I'm sorry. And then 180 minus 100 equals 80. يعني 180 ناقص 100 تجد 80. Now I need to find x. To find x, I'm going to take the 8 because it's multiplied here. I'm going to take it to the other side by dividing here. تمام? So it's going to be divide 8. Okay?
It's 10.
Yes? It's going to be 10. So x equals 10. This is the first step. I found the value of x. Again, كيف طلعنا x نحن? We wrote all of these and we added them together and we made it equal to 180. Why? لأن مجموع زوايا أي مثلث or the sum of angles in any triangle is 180. تمام? And then at the end, I found the value of x, which is 10. Now, I'll take the value of x back to each angle and then find the value of each angle alone. أول وحدة 4x معناها حتيجي كم؟ 4 times 10. 4 times 10 كم تطلع؟ تطلع 40. It means the first one is 40, which is this one. So I found x. Now I'm going to use it. 4 times 10 is 40. And then I'm going to use it here. 6 times 10 is 60. 60 plus 20 is going to be 80. Very good, 80. يبقى 6 times 10 is 60. 60 plus 20 is 80. معنى الانجل هذه 40. This one is 80. The last one, 80 minus 2x. 2x معناها 2 times 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 80 minus 20 is going to be 60. And this is the last angle. And this is how you answer a question like this. يبقى من جديد, we took all the angles, we added them together, made them equal to 180. We solved them by finding the value of x. And then we got the x back and found each angle alone. Now, let's move on to the next one. Same idea here. Find the value of x and the perimeter of the rectangle. Perimeter of the rectangle. Okay. Here, we have a rectangle. We're going to find the value of x. How can we do this? هنستخدمه خاصية شنو? The equality or the equal sides. Because this side is equal to this side. They are the same. It means I can write it as an equation and then I can find the value of x. So I'm going to do it like this. هنقول 4x minus 2. 4x minus 2 equals this side, which is x plus 4. Like this. I can use this equation, solve it, and find the value of x. تمام? طبعا this one is 4x plus 5. This one I'm not going to use it now. I'm going to use it when I find the perimeter only. So 4x minus 2 equals x plus 4. Now I'm going to take each term to its friend or its like term. يعني هذه x, I'm going to take it to the other side. It's going to be negative x. So I'm going to take it here. It's going to be negative x. Like this. Or negative 1x. It's the same. Well, I'm writing negative 1x, so you know it's negative 1 that we're going to use. And then, بعد عشان هنديره هناخده the other one اللي هي negative 2. I'm going to take it to the other side. Side الآخر هذا هتجد positive 2. لأن هي negative تجد positive 2. Focus on the signs, okay? And then I'm going to solve them. 4x minus, because I took them طبعا, هذه هتحول وهذه هتحول. Focus on removing them so we won't get confused, تمام؟ أنا شنو عندي 4x minus 1x هتجد 3x. تمام؟ بعدين 4 plus 2 هتجد 6. تمام؟ Good. So 3x equals 6. I'm going to take the 3 to the other side by dividing like this. I'll move this. So divide by 3. Huh? So x equals 6 divided by 3. So x equals 2. That's the idea of this question. So first we wrote an equation. We use the equation to find the value of x. Now we get back to each side to find the value of x. Or to find the sides. يعني هناخد ال 2 هنا وناخد ال 2 هنا. I don't have to do both of them because these are equal. And these two, I can do one to find the other one. So here, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 5, let's write it here. So 4 times 2 is 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Good. So it's going to be 13 here. Same idea here, 13, because it's the same side. Now here, 2 plus 4 is what? It's going to be 6. Very good. Same idea here. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. The side is 6. So here we have 13, 13, 6, 6. To find the perimeter, it means what? It means we have to add all the sides. Add all the sides together. So the perimeter means what? It means you add all the sides together. So you say 13 plus 13 plus 6 plus 6. Okay? Sorry. So 13 plus 13 is what? Is 26. 26 plus this one is 12. So 26 plus 12 is going to be very good. 38. Sorry. Let's do it here. Here we go. So 13 plus 12 is going to be 38. And this is how you answer a question like this. يبقى to find the perimeter كيف درنا من الأول؟ حطينا equations expressions لدينا. We made them equal to each other. And then we solved them by taking the like terms to their sides. And then at the end, we found out that x equals 2. تمام? And then after that, we found the value of what? The value of the sides. And then we added all of them together to get 38. And this is the idea of question, yes, question 3. تمام? So we found the value of x. And then we found the value of the perimeter. تمام? That's the idea. Find the value of x. Why this is 6? Okay. Yes. That's the idea of question 3. Now let's move on to the next one. We have time? Yes, yes. Inshallah, yes. Okay, other 3. Let's see. Here. The results of doubling, okay, let's focus on this. The results of doubling a certain number and adding 17. Bahi, doubling and adding 17. It means we have to write each step alone. We'll cover this and cover this. Okay. So the results of doubling a certain number. خلينا نقول النمبر هذا هو x مثلا. Doubling means what? It means 2x. This is the meaning of doubling. معناها the results of doubling a certain number and adding 17 like this is the same. The same شو معناها؟ معناها equal. The same معناها equal. Is the same as tripling. Tripling, it means times 3. Multiplying by 3, yes. That number is the same as 3x معناها tripling this number or that number and adding 4 plus 4 like this. تمام? And then they will tell you what is the number. You've got the result of doubling and adding 17 is the same as tripling and adding 4. خلاص, they gave you the equation, you write it like this, and then you start solving using the same methods. Same methods as we said. اللي هي take all the like terms together. So the plus 17 is going to be here. It's going to be minus 17. For example, minus 17. I'll remove it from here. And then you have the other like term, اللي هو 3x. You're going to take it to the other side. Here. And it's going to be negative 3x. Negative 3x. تمام? Good. Negative 3x. Now, you're going to solve them. 2x minus 3x is going to be minus x. Minus x. Or minus 1x. And then equals 4 minus 17 is going to be minus 13. Minus 13. تمام? So minus x equals minus 13. Here, when you divide by negative 1, حسب تحول الماينس انت, you're going to divide by negative 1. Remove the minus. Because the answer should be x, not minus x. So divide by negative 1. This one's going to be x equals, and this one's going to be 13. And this is the final answer. So what's the number? It's 13. That's the idea. So you have to focus on how to write the equation in these questions. And then solving the equation following the same steps. Let's move on. Next question. All of the questions have the same idea. A kind of teacher gives you 20 cents, but not all of them is needed from you to answer, but you just have to understand the idea. Now let's move on and do the equations without answering them, okay? I'll just help you to do the equations because you need to understand how to do them. Now let's take a look at 5 here. I'll do the equations and let's move on, okay? You can take the equation and answer it. If you have any problems in answering equations, go back to the videos, or you can ask me on the WhatsApp. A kind teacher gives you 20 cents. Let's remove this first. This one. Yes. A kind teacher gives you 20 cents for every question you get right. But you have to pay the teacher 10 cents for every questions you get wrong. After 30 questions, focus on 30 questions, you have made a profit of 1.80 cents. So $1.80. Form an equation with x representing the number of questions you got right. You need to write an equation for the questions you got right, and then solve your equation to find how many questions you got right. تمام؟ تمام. Okay. So we take 20 cents for each question we get right. Let's say x is the question, تمام, that you get, or x is the question. تمام. And each time you answer right, you get 20 cents. معناها 20x. 20x. Okay. And then you lose what? You lose the I'm sorry. Let me do this. For after 30 questions, you have made a profit of 100 and okay, let's say 180 cents. That's the profit. So the profit means what? It means what you answered right minus what you answered wrong. So what you answered right minus what you answered wrong. What you answered right is 20 times x, which we don't know till now. لأن نحن ما عرفناش كم سؤال جاوبته صح أنت. فحنقول 20 times x minus شنو؟ minus 10 اللي هي شنو؟ 10 cents. 10 cents for each question you get wrong. But you have to pay the teacher 10 cents for every question you get wrong. Every question you get wrong. So here you have 20. You have 30 questions. We don't know. باهي. Let's say x is the number of questions you got right, which we don't know. تمام. The questions you got right حنضربهم في 20. بعدين ال 30 questions بنقصوا منهم ال questions you got right. لأن ال 30 ناقص x يطلع لي questions that you got wrong. معناها حنحطهم في bracket ونقول لا 30 minus x or 30 minus x because these are the wrong questions. We don't know how many لكن هن 30 minus the right questions. And then we multiply them by 10 cents. And then we subtract them from the good questions and we get a profit of 180 cents. 180 cents. I hope you understood the idea here. If you have problems here, raise your hand. I'll explain it more, okay? So, first thing, let me do this first. Wait. I know. So 20x minus 20x minus 10 times 30 is 300, right? And then minus 10 times minus x is going to be plus 10x. Okay? Equals 180. Tamam, good. Now, after doing this, let's remove this here. Because this is...
We can take by adding to it.
Now I can add, yes, like terms together. Where are the like terms? And the 20x.
30x.
Yes,
and
together.
Then 180 plus 30. 300 also.
Good. This one is 30x. And then minus 300 equals 180. Now I'm going to take the 300 to the other side. It's going to be what?
Yes.
Plus 300.
Yeah, it's going to equal 460.
Good. 460. So this one is gone. So 30x equals 460. 460. What's next?
We divide it.
Divide by
30.
By 30. Good. Divide by 30. So the answer will be
16.
16. That's it. So we divide by 30. The answer will be 16. So x equals 16.
So I got 16 answers right.
That's it. Yeah. If you want to check, 16 multiplied by 20. So you multiply. So 20 times 16.
320.
And then what did you leave if you answered 16? You left from 30.
14.
14, yes. Multiplied by 10.
What?
Like this. Because 10 cents for each wrong answer.
And then you subtract them.
And then you subtract them, you get 180, yes.
And 180 is your profit. So 16 is the answer question.
Yes, that's the idea. You get it?
Yes,
that's the idea.
It's just
So,
a little bit long.
Yeah, it's a little bit, it needs a little bit of understanding to the equation that you got. Don't go back to guessing. Guessing will take time from you because you understand that this is the number of answers you got right, and this one is the number of answers you got wrong. So you subtract them after multiplying by the cents, and you'll get 180 cents. And this is how you answer a question like this. Okay?
Wait, so what's the first one? 5A.
Yes, that's
It was
5.
only the first one you wrote,
First
right?
one,
Which
first
one?
one is finding the equation, forming the equation.
Which is the first one only? And then B is solving the
B
equation.
is solving, yes. And then solve your equation to find how many questions you got right. We got 16. That's the idea, okay? Now, I hope you understood this. Now let's move on to the next question. We have 3 minutes. This one will take time, yes. Okay, so 5 minutes break and then we come back again, okay?